Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on this adorable bumblebee dog bandana. Super easy. Excited for you guys to make this. If you guys decide to purchase, the file will be linked down below. Anyways, like always, I include the pattern instructions where I quickly give you guys the printing settings and a picture on how to tape everything together, and of course the size chart. Okay, now let's move on to the pattern file. I always recommend that you print out the first page just because we want to make sure, right, that it was printed out correctly. So as you can see, I have the little test square. It has to either measure 2 by 2 inches or 5 by 5 centimeters. Okay, and if it does, that means that it's good. We're good to go. You can print out the rest and we're ready to start taping the pattern pieces. Okay, another thing that's on the pattern is, or on the paper, excuse me, I have the dotted line, and we have to connect everything on the dotted line. I also have a letter and number on each page, so you know how to place them in order. Okay, and again, if you go back to our pattern instructions, I gave you a quick guide on how to tape it. So we're going to start from A1 all the way to A6, and then we're going to go down to B1 all the way to B6. Okay, and what I like to do is cut one side on the dotted line and tape it together. I just find it a lot easier, and I'm going to do that for the rest of the pattern. Is I have the size key, so basically every size represents a color. In this video I'm going to be working on a medium, so I'm going to be cutting into all of the green lines. Okay, let's start with the front of the bandana. So I have one front top, one front middle, and one front bottom. Like I said, we're doing a bumblebee, so I went with yellow, black, yellow for the fabric. We're going to start off with pinning right sides together, the middle and the bottom, and we're going to sew 1/2 inch for that. And I'm also going to quickly pin as well the middle to the top, and we're also going to be sewing 1/2 inch for that section as well. And this is how the front of the bandana should look like with all the 3 pieces sewn. Now let's grab the lining. I went ahead and did that out of yellow, and now we're going to pin them right sides together, leaving an opening at the bottom, and we're going to be sewing 1/2 inch seam allowance as well. So yeah, we left the bottom of the bandana opened, that way we can flip it right side. But before we do that, let's quickly trim and clip the corners and the curves, and then we can flip it right side. A little side note, when you're trimming and clipping, just make sure that you don't go all the way past the seam, right? Because it can happen. It's happened to me in the past when I'm doing it quickly. So you just need a little bit. That way when we flip it and use our point turner, you know, we get the nice curve, especially in the neckline. But anyways, okay, the next thing is doing the top stitch. Okay, we're going to do that all the way around the bandana, and it will also help close the bottom opening. But because I ended up choosing this fleece fabric for this project, and I feel like it's really bulky, so I'm going to skip this step and I'm going to hand stitch close the bottom opening. Now we're going to sew velcro on the bandana, and I'm using basically what I have. It's the 3/4 wide velcro, but if you have a 1 inch, it should work as well. Just make sure that you're cutting 2 inches in length, both pieces, and we're going to be sewing both of them. The first one is going to go on the outside of the bandana, and then the second one is going to go in the inside of the bandana, how I'm showing you guys right now. And this is how your bandana should look like so far. Yay! Oh, another thing is you can also buy colored velcro in case you didn't know. If you want to match it to your fabric, you could definitely do that. I think Hobby Lobby has like a lot of different colors if you want to check out your local store. But anyways, now let's start working on the wings. Okay, so we're going to cut 2 out of fabric, and then we're going to cut 1 out of either foam or batting, whichever you prefer. I have a bunch of batting, so I'm going to go with that for this project, and we're going to place everything right sides together. For the wings, we're also going to leave an opening, and then we're going to sew all around. We're going to do a 1/4 seam allowance, and we're also going to clip all of the curves, and then once you're done doing that, we're going to flip it right sides. Now we're going to close the bottom opening, and we're going to close it by hand sewing it, just because if we do a top stitch, I feel like it's gonna flatten the wing, and we don't want that. Okay, we want it to be poofy, and so yeah, just hand stitch that close. And then after that, we're going to, you can either create the gathering in the middle of the wing by passing it through your machine and doing a gathering stitch, right? But I ended up just doing it by hand because I already, had the needle, so might as well just do it by hand. And yeah, we're going to gather and then pull and wrap around a little bit, and it's ready to be sewn onto the bandana. Okay, so the last step is to sew the wing onto the bandana. So I quickly marked the middle center, and we're going to place it a little bit above the black yellow line, just like that. We're going to pin and sew, and you guys, we are done. Here's our bumblebee bandana. Super easy to make. I hope you guys look forward to this pattern. It will be linked down below if you guys want to purchase and make it. And if you guys end up making it, please tag me. We'll love to see you guys' little bee costumes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.